Hey everybody, still here, not done. Nope, I told you, today is Napalm Monday, and it's a double infected rain feature, which means we just did a reaction to Fighter, and it was exactly what we thought it would be. Amazing. Storytelling, visuals, music, everything. But now I'm wanting to know more about what's going on with this band, Infected Rain, and the things that are coming up for them. And I think I know who I could ask. I think I know exactly who to ask. All right, before we jump into this thing that I want to share with all of you, check us out on OldSkuleNerd.com. It's got all of our social media posts, the Patreon link for those who want to help support the channel, and the merchandise store. If you appreciate what we're doing here, do me a favor and
put a like.
Yeah. So here we go. Yeah, I told you it was coming. Yeah. So when you have all these questions, you might as well ask the lady herself. Here's my interview with Miss Lena Scissorhands. Hello.
Are you saying hello to me?
I am, because now
Hello.
we're actually recording now.
Okay, perfect.
So now you know. Okay,
Now I
so
know.
after much work, after much trying, here we are.
Here we are.
Miss Lena Scissorhands from Infected Rain. Thank you so much for joining me. So
Thank you for
excited to
having
have you. Oh, come on.
Sure.
Okay, so y'all are sneaky, exciting, surprising as of yesterday, aren't you?
Why?
Because we all knew about the European tour
Uh-huh.
with Dagobah. We were all excited you guys were getting to go back to the EU. But then
Uh-huh.
y'all pop off with this North American set of dates.
Uh-huh.
Starting, literally, y'all are coming right direct home, right? And starting
Oh
up on
yeah,
your
like
headline?
4 days apart or something like that. Yeah. Literally time to travel.
Long enough to get through customs and get
Yeah,
back.
exactly.
Yeah, and then you get right back started. Okay.
That's a good thing. You don't have to go back into the relaxing mode and putting your shit together to go to the rehearsal studio to get ready for another tour. You're literally rehearsing every single day on stage, so it's fine.
So by the time you guys get back to the US, y'all will be perfect.
Exactly.
Y'all have all the road stuff out of the
Believe me,
way.
we are always perfect.
I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna say okay. That's good. Okay, so
That was funny.
here's my first question.
Yes.
Okay, what location or area are you most excited to go to going back?
Oh, hands down. Las Vegas. We didn't play here, and I've been living here for the past 6 years. It's my home now. I cannot wait to see all my friends rocking the Infected Rain t-shirts and all the local people that don't even know I live here coming to the show. It's super fun.
Oh yeah, you're gonna get a whole new set of stalkers when they find out you live there.
Yeah.
No, actually, your answer was wrong. Your answer was supposed to be New Orleans because that's the show that I'm gonna be at.
Okay, so my answer is New Orleans for a different reason. So I've been having New Orleans in my list of places to visit since I moved to America. It's so beautiful and so mesmerizing to see all this nature in the movies and everywhere else popping up. I never had the opportunity to visit, and we did not have time during our first run in America to have a show in that area, not even in Seattle. So I am extremely excited for sure, for sure.
All you locals who live in New Orleans, just an hour away from me, y'all want to spoil it for her, or should I? The historical part that you see in movies is just that one section of the city.
Well, no, I'm not really talking about the historical part, and I'm really sorry to interrupt you. It's more the nature.
Oh,
Yes, I am in love with nature of all colors and shapes and everything. I like it in cold and hot and green, in desert. I don't care. I really, really love the nature, and I really want to visit everything around New Orleans, maybe even, you know?
There are definitely some places where you can literally walk just 20 minutes outside of the city, and you are literally in the swamp. You are literally
Yeah.
in the darkest places that we have here, which is even locals like myself are like, I'm not going to go there. But okay, so now, since we were talking about Vegas, that's a good one. You've been there 6 years. I'm going to
Yes.
put you on the spot.
Come on, do it.
Favorite thing about Vegas? Least favorite thing about Vegas?
Well, my favorite thing about Vegas is how diverse it is. Everything is diverse here. The restaurants have all the cuisines ever invented, I think. We have it all. If you want to party, this is literally a non-sleeping place to party. Although I'm not a party animal, but it's really cool to have that option that you can do it at any time of the day, any type of party, really, you know. The diversity of the nature here as well. You know, 1 hour one way from the city, you have amazing Valley of Fire with like super colorful rocks and desert, and not too far from us, between California and Nevada, there's Death Valley, super different. And then another hour away from the Las Vegas city is Mount Charleston, which has 30 degrees lower temperature. It has snow in the winter, green in the summer. Amazing place to be, amazing place to hike, amazing place to just rest and meditate. I absolutely love how diverse this place could be, and it's definitely my favorite part. My least favorite part is the assumption that people have about this city.
Yeah.
That's my least favorite part, because everybody who finds out I live in Las Vegas, they're like, "Oh, of course, so you can party all the time."
Well,
If
we
you
get
only knew that I am actually not at all a party animal.
we
And
get we
when
get
I
the
party,
same.
it's more like with friends, close, very
Yeah,
close, like somebody's house or something.
we get the same thing in New Orleans and
There you
Louisiana.
go.
Everyone thinks that it's Mardi Gras. Well, Mardi Gras is like 1 month, and then the rest of it we are pretty low key because it's
There you
really
go.
too hot to be amped up all the time. So
Yeah,
it's like we get a bad rap for it too.
yeah,
Okay. The other thing that I want to go to you for, because you don't just talk about it, you really live this, is your veganism and your
yeah.
conservation and your love of the earth and everything in it. Two things. Number one, how are you preparing for this going on tour? Because like you live in the most diverse city that has anything you could possibly want at the right at the tip of your fingers, including
Yeah.
everything vegan. How are you
Absolutely.
planning that? Are you prepping food? Are you bringing it? Are you
Okay,
planning?
so that's actually a super easy answer, because I absolutely love cooking and I love prepping meals, and going on tour is actually way easier than people think. So if we do not get the meals from the local promoters, which very often we do, and they do know in advance that we actually have two vegan and one vegetarian in the band, so they know that in advance. But if we do not have that, or there's no time for that, yeah, I always have prepared some fruit, nuts, or I go to stores and I have a lot of just raw vegetables and greens to make myself a salad, with adding some proteins, like, you know, some sort of nuts or whatever, so I can have enough energy for everything I need. But yeah, that is easier than people think. Also, I have to say that vegan diet is not such a big taboo anymore anywhere in the world, really. And so people understand, and that is actually a very easy option to have in the menu. And almost everywhere there is at least one option, so it's not all that difficult.
I,
And also, you know, like when it comes to that, I'm not all that picky, you know. Like, I'm not, I need to have this specific meals or those specific meals. I care about how clean the food is, yes, but that's pretty much it, you know.
the reason why I ask is because I've been a lifelong meat eater. Just
Hmm.
it's just the way it is for me. But
That is.
For
That is
me,
your life choice, just
well,
like everybody else. Yeah.
but the reason why I'm asking you is
Hmm.
because both my doctor and I, we've come to a conclusion of I need to live healthier. I need to start looking at things that are less meat based because of my age and my health. And so I was going to ask you, what's your favorite thing to prepare vegan? What's your favorite recipe? And if you can't describe it, you can send it to me. You know how to send stuff to me. I want your favorite vegan recipe because I want to try it. I want to make
Yes.
it at home with my kids.
Absolutely. So I will use this opportunity to invite everybody to join me on Patreon because I share a lot of recipes on Patreon. I
Yes.
really do. And I make them available for a very low tier. You don't, I'm not expecting people to only get something super exclusive for super high tiers. But I try to do that there mainly because I know that people that support on Patreon are actually closer, more curious type of fans about my personal lifestyle and personal life in general. So I share books I read, dishes I prepare, and stuff like that. That being said, coming back to your answer, it all depends because you started this specific question by saying that you are a meat eater. So there are a lot of meat substitute
Mhm.
vegan dishes that even a not vegan eater would have difficulties to understand that that's not meat. Because of how advanced nowadays the vegan cuisine is, and there is really a substitute for everything. Now when it comes to me though, I like those flavors, but I don't crave them that much. I don't need them in my everyday life. So that's the reason why my some of my favorite things to prepare are actually very simple. They are very simple, plant-based. They can be raw even, like a raw risotto or raw zucchini pasta. Doesn't take much to cook and it's super healthy. I love salads. Oh my God. And my close fans, they know that my salads are definitely out of this world because they follow no rules. There's just all the stuff.
If you could put it in there, we're good. See, that's how I love to do it. And when I said I'm a meat eater, what I meant was meat was
Yeah.
such a large component of my diet, but I love vegetables and salads and stuff too. But my doctor's like, okay, with your age and your weight and your heart, I want you to get away from red meats. If you are going to eat proteins,
Yeah.
make sure they're clean.
Yes.
I have to start looking at that. And when I was
Well,
at the
if
more
I
and
could add a little bit to your doctor, and I know not many doctors specifically, in a traditional type of medicine will agree with me, but after studying and reading a lot of books and listening to a lot of like doctors podcast and doing my own research on my own, I came to the conclusion that dairy is actually way more
yeah.
dangerous than even the meat itself nowadays. So I would try my best to stay away from dairy as much as I can because we don't even realize that cheese and milk is actually really everywhere. Like take a pack of chips and you're like, okay, this is just potato chips. No, they are not. The majority of potato chips have milk in them. Mind blowing, right?
Yeah, it's
Why?
the prepping. The prepping kills how they produce all that
Exactly.
stuff. But you're right, and a lot of scientists have come around to that now, where it's like the only milk technically that was good for you was what came from your mom. After that, you're
Yeah,
dealing with a completely different species, and I'm
exactly.
lactose intolerant anyway, so I
There
can't.
you go.
I'm already there. I'll
And
get,
actually, to be fully honest, the majority of people are, they just don't know about it.
Lena is melting faces and saving lives right here in Old School Nerd. So, okay, something that you and I have in common. Disney.
Yay!
All right. So I've been to Disney World 43 times.
Oh, I've been to Disney World just one time because I live closer to California with
To Disneyland,
Disneyland.
yeah.
Yeah, but however, first time I visited a Disney park was actually not that long ago. It was, I want to say 2018 or 2017, something around that. Never been to a Disney park before. So after that is when, as an adult, I started seeing all this absolutely amazing inventions and everything about the parks and the movies, of course, to begin with. I really love.
Have you gotten a chance to take any of the tours where they explain how things happen behind?
No, not really, never, because
Okay.
I never really went by myself or with anyone that were willing to do that.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
we'll definitely talk about that another time because I know if you love how things work, you would love how they
absolutely.
do. Yeah, I can
Yeah,
definitely give you some pointers on that.
thank you.
Favorite Disney character and why?
Well, that's a very tough one because I have a couple, as you can see, I have a
Mhm.
lot tattooed on me. Um, I do like some of the older characters, like, for example, Jiminy Cricket from Pinocchio, and the whole concept about how he was supposed to be the conscious of Pinocchio, and the relationship. It was really mesmerizing to me. I loved it, and I really love Dobie from uh, um, Snow White. In general, I really love that movie because of just its beginning. It was the beginning. It was the first, long length animated movie, and I believe it came out in like 38 or something, like so long ago. I have a special place in my heart for that specific movie for sure. Um, yeah, and I don't know, I there are so many. I always, growing up, I loved the story of Alice in Wonderland, the books themselves, and then the animated movie first, and then I absolutely love the Tim Burton version of it as well. So I have actually two characters tattooed on me from that specific story.
Which
Yeah, there are
two?
so many.
Which two from that one?
Well, I have the Cheshire Cat on my hand,
Okay.
and I have the White Rabbit on my
Okay.
thigh.
All right. Because Helen Bottom Carter's representation of the Red Queen is just
Oh yeah,
everything. To me, it's just like the perfect Red Queen of all
she is
time.
perfect.
And
Let's
everything
just
she
say that.
does, she's kind of
Oh
good like
yeah,
that.
she is perfect. One of my favorite actresses for sure.
My personal favorites are Arthur in The Sword and the
Okay.
Stone
Yeah, that's a
because
very good one.
he's so young, he's so
Yeah.
naive to everything, he's so
Yeah.
unassuming, and he seems like he's tossed around by everything around him.
Yeah, very much like Pinocchio.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Except
yeah.
he is a real boy to start off with.
Yes,
My
yes.
other one would be Merida from Brave,
Okay. Yeah,
because
I
it
really
was
like Brave a lot. I think it was underestimated. Not it didn't get enough love. It's a very beautiful story, and the relationship between, the mother and the daughter, everything beautiful.
exactly. I think it was for me. It was one of the first ones where the female character didn't need rescuing. It wasn't like
True.
that anymore. And that as a
Yeah.
dad of three girls, I'm like, ooh, I need that one because
Yeah.
I just need them to be able to
Oh, you
stand
have
up
three
tall on their own.
daughters.
Yeah.
Good for
So
you.
well, yeah, three sisters, and you're very close with your
Yeah.
family situation. Um, Red, I know you talk about in a lot of your other interviews.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jiminy Cricket, anything from Alice in Wonderland, and Dopey. Okay, Shaw, you got that right? Taking notes. Shaw from Dagobah wants to know what your favorite ones were too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he goes. He goes. Think you could find out what her favorite one? Because he has like Star Wars stuff and he
Well,
goes.
I do too. I didn't want to touch Star Wars because it was acquired by Disney way later.
Yeah.
And my favorite Star Wars character is hands down Yoda. I have it tattooed
Mhm.
on me. I have my own reason behind why. And there are so many other characters in Disney that are wise like that, like Grandmother Willow,
Mhm.
for example. And she's tattooed on me as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely, of course.
And the fact that you're dressed like a Sith Lord right now, it's kind of interesting as well. Okay, Jedi Sith.
There you go.
No, which
What?
one? Jedi
Oh,
or Sith?
are you asking me? Interesting. Well, there's no darkness without light, so it's very difficult to like just take one side. But obviously, because I am so in love with Yoda, I would have to go with Jedi.
Very good. Now, I just did a reaction to Fighter.
Okay.
So on Monday, when this interview comes out for all of you to see, This will happen at 12:30 Central Time, which of course is going to come out at 12:30. But just 2 hours before my reaction to Fighter comes out,
Okay.
I loved that video, and
Thank you.
there was something about, of course, the music, you and the
Yes.
band, you guys, so much amazing energy. The way you write songs, not only lyrically but also musically, the storytelling is perfect.
Thank you.
But the imagery of that, you walking into that building at the beginning, you are just completely dressed to the nines, looking like a beautiful woman. You go into the locker room and you literally go from being this, what people perceive to be the beauty standard of a woman, and you just become same person, same beauty, because you are beautiful, we'll say it.
Thank you.
But you become this fighter. And it's when you wrapped your hands and when you stood in that locker room with your shoulders squared up and your feet were set down, I went, has she done this before? Because that was kind of legit looking, because I have trained and I'm like, that's not someone pretending to be a fighter. You really put that on there. So how did that come about for that video? Have you spent some time in the gym like that?
Okay, so it's a very, I'm happy you brought it up because not many people know that growing up I've done 5 years of Taekwondo, but that was in a very early, yay, awesome. That was in a very early childhood and early teenagehood, I guess, long ago. And I'm talking long ago.
I was a
the
kid
only
when I did it
girl.
too. I was like a 15-year-old kid.
Yeah, no, I was that was longer ago for me, before I was 13. So for 5 years, yes, I was like the only girl in that group of, at the gym. And I loved it. I loved it with everything. I never competed, but I really loved it a lot. I was always very attracted to sports growing up. I don't know why. I've tried many things throughout my life, but this was the only martial arts that I've ever done. However, I did, of course, watch a couple of fighting videos just so things look proper. I try to prepare as much as I can for every single role that I have to play in a music video or something, an emotion that I have to deliver. It is so important for me because I write the lyrics, and if I'm going to fail delivering that, then what's the point?
I really enjoyed when you stood up and you had your back foot was at a 45. You're on the ball of your front foot, and I'm like, is she gonna front kick or is she gonna do a spinning side kick? I'm like, this is someone you were standing it, and I was like, that's not something someone told her to do. She knew how to do that. Okay, last question because we are running out of time, but this is the most important thing. You're gonna have to give me like 5 seconds because I gotta go get him.
Okay.
Hold on. I'll be right back. Okay.
Uh-huh. Oh my goodness.
All right, let's talk about it.
Oh my God.
Let's talk about it now. Okay. So my favorite Star Wars character is Chewie.
Oh my God, he's so pretty.
Now this is Chewbacca. This is Chewie. He's a
Hello,
little spoiled.
Chewbacca.
Now,
he looked like Chewbacca.
he does. That's why he's got the name. But okay, everyone should know this by now. If you don't know, nobody loves their dog more than that woman right there. Now,
yeah.
I will spoil it a little bit. These last 2 years without your puppy, I don't think you said yourself you wouldn't be the same. You wouldn't have made it as well as you did without him or her.
Absolutely.
I don't know. Her.
It's a mini schnauzer. Her name is Luna, and you have to excuse me for a second so I can take her as well.
Go. You want to meet it? You want to meet the lady? You want to meet Luna? Oh, you want to go back to sleep? Is that what it is? You want to go back to sleep? Want to go see? Look. See Luna? Oh no! Oh my goodness! Oh, look at that pupper!
All right, now I can hear you. This is my beautiful, amazing Luna. She just turned 3.
Oh,
She was napping, so she's a little sleepy right now.
he keeps
But
yawning because he's lazy and napping.
okay, how old is Chewbacca?
Chewy is he's going to be 4 this year, so they're roughly the same age.
Yay, very
He
young.
he's a chocolate Shih Tzu, and he's a mess. He's completely a mess. But
No,
yeah.
he's perfect.
So what is Luna going to do during tour? Is she coming with?
Luna comes with me on tour. Luna is actually a certified service animal.
Perfect.
Her and me, we both had a very intense class that lasted for a year and a half. A class where we bonded on another level, and a class that taught us both how to be more aware of each other and help each other in a moment of need. And that also gives us the opportunity to travel together as well.
That is the most amazing thing I have ever heard someone being able to do.
Thank you. Thank you
Because
so much. Actually, she was part of the American tour that we did in September, October with Butcher Babies, our first run. She was with us, and yeah, she got a lot of love and a lot of affection from everybody in the band, and actually from all the bands.
it's funny on the road. It is a lonely existence, even though
It-
y'all are a group together. You're a family on the road, but sometimes
Absolutely.
you need that one person that isn't having to go to sound check, that isn't
Yeah.
going to be on stage. That when you get back to the bus, you get back to the hotel, they're there, and you can become a person again. Because
Yeah, for sure.
for you and for so many people that are in the spotlight, everyone just seems to think you're the superhero, and you do play one on TV. Let's not lie. You look amazingly badass, but you're a person too. And you're human
Absolutely,
too.
we
And
all
you need
are.
that. I got to ask you, after looking at Luna and seeing everything she does for you, for the band, all the work you guys have done together, how amazing that story is. What the hell are you doing with your life, bro? Because literally all you do is eat and lay there. It's okay though. That's my boy. So I guess
Oh my
I
goodness.
guess this is the perfect way to end this, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Give him
So,
an
oh,
extra cuddle from us.
oh yeah,
Thank
absolutely.
you so
Yeah.
much
Look at
for
that.
bringing that up, by the way.
I love the way she does that. She's just like, this is my spot, mom. This is my
Yep.
spot.
Yeah.
Okay, so have safe travels.
Thank you so much.
Enjoy Europe. Bring them that
Thank you.
love. They've struggled for just like all of us here in
I
the United
know.
States.
Yeah.
And we know that you guys are gonna bring the metal. You're gonna melt some faces and make some people smile. Come
Oh yeah.
home, come back, and we'll be waiting for you in New Orleans.
Thank you so much. I'll see you at the show. Thank you for
Okay.
having me.
Right, absolutely. That is Lena Scissorhands and Luna, the amazing service dog that
Lena
saves
Scissor Paws.
lives. Okay. Bye. Say bye, Chewy. Say bye. All right.
Bye.
We'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye. It helps if I unmute my mic. Hey! It's not an old school reaction or an interview if I don't mess something up, right? Okay, so that was Lena Scissorhands and the amazing Luna, um, who is now the bane of my dog because my dog's like, I don't get to tour the world with you. And I'm like, it's because you're not a service animal. And he's like, well, what do I have to do to be a service animal? I said, well, you got to go to class and we need to train you. And he's like, no, I'm good. Thanks. Pass. Yeah. So Luna's an amazing animal. You got to check out Lena Scissorhands' Instagram for the last few days. She's been posting these amazing pictures with the band and Luna up in front. And she has a couple of shots where where she's holding Luna and she's doing her primal scream and Luna's doing this primal bark and it looks great. Letting you guys know now, I took her advice and I did join her Patreon. And I immediately looked at all the amazing posts, recipes, videos. She wasn't kidding. Being a vegan for her is not a diet, it's a lifestyle. And Vegas vegan. She went to a culinary school there and learned some recipes from some of the chefs. Like she's sharing it with everybody on Patreon. So if you're like me and you're getting up there in age and you haven't really lived the best dietary lifestyle in your life, and everybody in your Dungeons and Dragons game has challenged you to lose a little weight, live a little healthier, why not, right? So check out Lena Scissorhands' Patreon. It's worth the time to check out for sure. All right, there we go. The amazing Lena Scissorhands with the awesome Luna and Chewy making a very lazy appearance to join us as well. My name is Old School Nerd. I hope you enjoyed that. If you have any questions that you have about any of the things that we talked about, please put a comment down below. And if I get a chance to maybe forward those questions or thoughts or ideas to Miss Lena, I will do so. If you want to share those ideas, thoughts, or questions, go over to her Patreon. She has no problem talking about all the different things that she's into because these things are not just for her, they're for everyone. I'm really excited that I got to talk to her. One of my favorite interviews so far. I've got to interview a lot of amazing people this last year and a half, and every single person I've interviewed has really brought something to the table that I've appreciated. So Shaw, you guys in Dagobah, get ready. Infected Rain's coming. Y'all are going to team up and just lay it out. I mean, can you imagine how amped up that crowd's going to be once Infected Rain has just pummeled them? Hey, Shaw, you guys could literally go straight from Infected Rain finishing their set, transition, change the stage up, walk out there and go, Wall of Death. They'll be ready. That's the level of energy Infected Rain brings. So that's going to be an awesome tour. All of you in Europe, lucky. Enjoy that. Go to that. Show the love, show the respect. Give them your support because that's going to be an amazing show. And of course, all of you in North America, I don't know when the tickets are going on sale, but I know they've announced the dates, but I'm hovering. As soon as I see the tickets go on sale, I'm snagging mine for New Orleans. And if you're going to be going to the New Orleans show, look for me there. We'll cheer them on and get crazy together. My name is Old School Nerd. I want everyone to have a happy Monday and love one another. Take care of each other. Like I always tell everyone, we're all stuck on this mud ball together, and it's the truth. None of us are getting out of here alive. We'll see you guys later. Woo! Man, that dog is... that dog makes my dog look really bad. But I love him. It's fine.